Hey, you know why we're in Syria, right? So we're occupying a third of Syria right now illegally. You know how Putin is in Ukraine? We're in Syria, okay, which is right next to Iraq, and you know what we did there. So watch this.
We're keeping the oil. We have the oil. The oil is secure. We left troops behind only for the oil.
That's why we're in Syria. That's the president of the United States. And why are we in Syria?
We're keeping the oil. We have the oil. The oil is secure. We left troops behind only for the oil.
Okay. Now guess what we're doing? We're bombing Syria again. We're bombing Iran. I'm sorry. U.S. launches airstrike in Syria after drone attacks kills U.S. contractor. 5 U.S. troops were wounded in a drone attack. So if they weren't in Syria, they wouldn't be there to be killed. They shouldn't be in Syria. We should get the hell out of Syria. Someone attacking us inside Syria seems logical. That if you are occupying someone else's country and they attack you, that seems logical. And you should get the hell out of their country, but you're not because you're stealing their oil. The Pentagon announced on Thursday night that it launched an airstrikes in Syria after a drone attack killed a U.S. contractor and wounded 5 U.S. troops near Hasaka in northeast Syria. So that's where it is. Here's Syria. Look, there's Iraq. Remember what we did to Iraq? Isn't that nice? Now we're here. So we're right here. Secretary of Defense Lloyd Austin said that at the direction of President Biden, he authorized U.S. Central Command forces to conduct precision airstrikes tonight in eastern Syria against facilities used by groups affiliated with Iran's Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps, the IRGC. So we're bombing Iranians in Syria. What? The groups the U.S. targeted were likely Shia militias that operate in Syria. The Pentagon claimed that U.S. intelligence determined the drone was Iranian origin. But at this point, there's no indication that Tehran was involved in the attack on the U.S. base. The U.S. has about 900 troops stationed in eastern Syria, and U.S. bases in the country frequently come under attack. President Biden has previously launched airstrikes against Shia militias in the country. The last major escalation took place in August 2022 when Biden ordered a series of airstrikes, which the U.S. started in response to a drone attack that caused no casualties. I remember that. The U.S. occupation of eastern Syria always risks sparking a wider war in the region. And this is from Al Jazeera, according to the Syrian Observatory for Human Rights, 6 Iran-backed fighters were killed in the United States attack in the eastern city of Deir az-Zor. The Syrian War Monitor added that 2 other fighters were killed in a U.S. attack on a post near the town of Mayadin, and another strike killed 3 at a military post near the town of Bukamal, along the border with Iraq. So we're killing a lot of people. That'll make Sean Hannity happy. Iran State Press TV said no Iranian had been killed in the U.S. attack. It quoted local sources as denying the target was an Iran-aligned military post, but saying a rural development center and a grain facility near a military airport were hit. I would believe that. A military source in Syria told Press TV that the resistance groups reserve their right to respond to the American attack and will take reciprocal action. Diplomacy to escalate the crisis appeared to begin immediately. Qatar's state-run news agency reported a call between its foreign minister, Mohammed bin Abdulrahman bin Jasmine Al Thani, that's quite a name, so their foreign minister, and Jake Sullivan, a U.S. national security advisor. They had a phone call. So Qatar and the U.S. started talking right away. Qatar's foreign minister also spoke about the same time with the Iranian foreign minister. U.S. officials said they believe drone and rocket attacks against their forces are being directed by Iran-backed militia in Syria. Well, maybe get the F out of Syria, and you won't have to worry about people attacking you in someone else's country. Oh, we're just over here getting all our oil that somehow got underneath all the Syrian land, and these motherfuckers, they start bombing us. Whoa. Since the U.S. drone strikes that killed Revolutionary Guard General Qasem Soleimani in 2020, Iran has sought to make life difficult for the U.S. forces stationed east of Euphrates, said Hamidra Aziz with the German Institute for International and Security Affairs. Just to let you know, Israel bombs the crap out of Syria all the time, whenever they feel like it. Why? Because Israel has nukes. Israel missiles strikes building in central Damascus, 5 dead. I'm just putting this in to remind everybody that Israel routinely bombs the shit out of Syria, a sovereign country, and they do it with no repercussions. The UN doesn't care. The United States doesn't try to stop. Nothing happens because they have the blessing of the United States. It's so typical that U.S. airstrikes are described as retaliatory, both tacitly justifying them and directly obscuring the fact that the drone strike against the United States position in Syria is retaliation itself against the United States occupation of Syrian land and ongoing theft of its resources. So the Washington Post says it's a retaliatory strike. No, we're occupying their country. They're retaliating against us occupying their country. You don't get to call you what you're doing retaliatory if you're the one occupying a foreign country illegally. Also, didn't work, by the way. All that diplomacy to try to tamp things down. A second U.S. base was hit in Syria following retaliatory strike. They still call them retaliatory. That's the hill. They're still calling the strike. The U.S. did retaliatory strikes, and they're hitting them again. I guess all Jake Sullivan's de-escalation diplomacy didn't work. Where'd they learn to de-escalate? LAPD? Am I right? Come on. So there we are. America is the world's terrorists. Hope you're happy. Go read The Intercept or watch Breaking Point so you can find out the wrong information about that. They'll tell you what the CIA are telling you. Go to jimmydore.com to see my new stand-up special, COVID Lies Are Funny. For only $10, you get to become a premium member too. And come see us do our live shows. We're going to be doing stand-up comedy in Milwaukee, Nashville, Honolulu, Los Angeles, Northampton, Massachusetts, Syracuse, New York, Cohoes, New York, Hartford, Connecticut, Baltimore, Maryland, and more. Go to jimmydore.com for a link for all those tickets.